Good morning. It is time to get up with an unbelievable NFL Sunday featuring Philly shuffling Buffalo into a wild card off a fabulous finish that left lots of room for doubt. Meanwhile, oh, what a game last night. The Bears left their hearts in San Francisco. We'll tell you exactly what it meant for both NFC heavyweights. And then, oh, the Steelers blew it. Now they play for their lives on Sunday night. We'll tell you why the reason they lost was a player who wasn't even on the field. All that and more as we get up with you starting right now. Here we go.
Here we go.
Get Up presented by Freestyle Libre. We're all we got this morning and we're all we need. Good to be back from vacation. Good to have an unbelievable game to start with. If you didn't stay up late last night, you missed a thriller. Niners and Bears. It's Caleb Williams on one side. It's Brock Purdy on the other. Both teams fighting for the 1 seed and so much more. And then this is the very first offensive player of the game. Rex tips an overthrow.
Gotta get those, Greedy.
Play by Jalen Johnson driving on that slant. Tips goes up in the air. Chicago's defense just thrives off of these takeaways. If they don't get them, you kind of see what they are. Outstanding drive on the slant.
Their 32nd takeaway of the season, most in the league. So the Niners are down 7-0 before we even start. But then they start.
Yeah, good job by Brock Purdy, just moving the pocket slightly, finds his tight end in the back corner of the end zone, starts his night.
Still first quarter. Shefty.
What a run. What a run.
McCaffrey.
This was his longest run of the year. He hadn't had runs like this, but there it was Sunday night when they needed it.
41 yards, and the Niners are back in Bears territory. And then a couple of plays later, a word we don't usually, Dan, use for Brock Purdy, elusive.
Yeah, we should more often. This is one of the superpowers of his game is his legs. It takes this offense scheme-wise to a next level. He gets out on the edge, does the Dougie to finish. This offense really started to roll.
We're still in the first quarter. Bears are first and 10. Luther Burton's down there. Look at this throw.
What a great throw. This is outstanding by Caleb. One of the throws of his young career. He's going to get pressure, basically gets hit, and he just flicks his wrist and throws it 40 yards downfield. Perfectly over defender to Luther Burton.
Burton 6 catches, 138 yards the other way. More McCaffrey on a first and goal from the 5. He had 140 yards. That's his 10th rushing touchdown. Niners back in front 21-14. We're still in the first half. Dan, free play.
Always take the shot. You get a free play. Always take the shot downfield. Watch how far this ball is off the ground. It goes 45 yards. It looks like Ichiro from right field. I mean, it's 10 feet off the ground. An absolute bullet by Caleb Williams. Outstanding throw.
So we're tied at 21. What a game. 5 minutes left in the third. Niners are first.
You talk about superpowers.
Special, right?
Oh, my gosh. To get out on the perimeter, pump fake, stop, backpedal, cut through 2 defenders, and then have the awareness to realize Kyle Juszczyk is going to be wide open. This is just remarkable playmaking by Brock Purdy.
It looked like Joe Montana before the catch, but then he took off and ran the way Montana would.
Niners up 35-28. Fourth quarter. Rex, you love how the Bears run that football, pounding it with DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably, in my opinion, this running game gives them a chance against anybody.
Yeah. That one ties it up at 35, and now back we go, and it's Purdy, and it's Jawan Jennings. What a game back and forth.
Have I mentioned superpower? This throw I can't wait to break down is just vintage Brock Purdy, the type of throw, how it's thrown, outstanding.
So now it's Captain Clutch time. 4th down for the Bears. 30 seconds left and down by 4. That's a completion to Colston Loveland. Moves the chains, keep it going. 21 seconds to play. 2nd and 10 at the 13. And look at the tricky play from Chicago.
Yeah, I think this is a really good job by San Francisco. Hook and ladder gets called. We know this is kind of a Ben Johnson in his bag type of play. To have the awareness that it could be kind of called and make that tackle enormous.
And so it comes down to this. 4 seconds remaining for the game. A 4-point differential. It's a 2nd down, but that doesn't matter. Caleb, he needs time. He needs space. He needs a man wide open. And it is going to drop incomplete. Oh, with the feet of Jahdae Walker in the end zone. Just that close. And thus it ends that way. The Niners hold on 42-38 in a spectacular Sunday night. What a show from both teams. Let's start with Caleb.
I think we've proven who we are. We'll fight. And, I think we're a team to be reckoned with. We're a team that's going to fight, and, I think we've proven that.
I thought Brock had a hell of a game. Again, Brock's been playing his ass off, made some huge plays in this game. Kept some drives alive with his legs, made some off-schedule plays, and was an assassin out there throughout the whole day.
That seems like a reasonable word. The 49ers have been a sleeping giant all season. With Brock Purdy there, the Niners are 6-0 since he came back, averaging 35 points a game. In his last 2 games, he's done something that Joe Montana never did, and Steve Young never did, and Alex Smith never did. He's the first player in team history with back-to-back games of 5 total touchdowns. So put your feet up. We got plenty of time to dive into this one and all the other thrillers of yesterday. And for those of you who started your day with us on Sunday NFL Countdown, you might have heard Rex Ryan say what about Brock Purdy?
That he's the most underrated quarterback in the league. And it ain't close. I think when people look at him, they never give him props. Here's another 5 TD day for him. Mm-hmm. But people will focus, oh, he threw an interception. Yeah, okay, that happens. No quarterback in the league throws with more accuracy, with timing and anticipation better than this guy. He throws people open. And to me, it's crazy because this young man right here doesn't have the great NFL skill set of, the rocket arm, the size, the athleticism. No, but he plays the position about as well as anybody, and that's why he reminds me of Drew Brees. An undersized guy, but Drew, I had to defend against all of them. But anticipation, timing, accuracy, that was Drew Brees. That's this kid. And I always think it's funny because when everybody was talking, Mac Jones should be the starter. What? No, he shouldn't. Now, Mac Jones did a great job with this coach. This coach is phenomenal. Shanahan is amazing, but Brock Purdy is special.
You've got tape, Dan.
Yeah, no one throws the blind throw as much or as well as Brock Purdy. I know Stafford hits the no-look often, but when we're talking about blind throws and it's throwing to a spot, you go to the game winner and it's vintage Brock Purdy. I say Kyle likes to call the 5 spot on a dice, right? He wants to lose 5 spots, and he's often designing plays to attack those 5 spots. Now, Brock Purdy catches this snap, and he's looking to the top of the screen, just looking at that tight end. He never really doesn't look at the tight end. That's why you see those 3 defenders converge on him. Now he's opening up the middle of the field. The back angle is absolutely perfect because what you see is Brock Purdy. I want you guys to watch the stripe on the back of his helmet. It's constantly looking to the right. It never looks left. But that's where he throws the ball to, the guy breaking to the left. That's a blind throw. He never sees that receiver. He just sees where the defense is on his eyes or where his eyes are looking, and he just trusts that the spot is going to be there. And so when it comes to like those, I kept referencing those superpowers. That's his superpowers. And I know Alex did a special on him. His ability to throw to a spot that he doesn't see his guy because he sees the defenders. That's really what makes him in a very small and rare group.
It's a fascinating matchup because you have a quarterback who was the first pick in the draft taking on a quarterback who was the last pick in the draft, and they both played great, but Brock Purdy takes care of business in the end, and so the 49ers sit in an unbelievable position. Who would have thought? If you just put if you put together a roster of all the players the 49ers have lost to injury and other circumstance this year, that roster would make the playoffs, and yet here they are in position to be the 1 seed.
I'm not sure that there's another team in the league that could overcome what they have. Purdy missed half the season. Mm-hmm. Any team loses its starting quarterback for half the year, they're probably done. They lose their 2 best defensive players, Nick Bosa and Fred Warner.
Maybe 3.
They lose their first-round draft pick in Mikael Williams. Last night, their left tackle, Trent Williams, goes out of the game early on. Now, they bring in a left tackle. They give Trent Williams rest days during the week. So the guy, Austin Pleasance, comes in. He's used to it, but still, they're missing this all-world left tackle. George Kittle, he doesn't play last night. And they're rolling along to the point now where all they have to do is win 4 more home games to be the world champions.
That's it.
1 game Saturday night against a very tough, really strong Seattle team for home field advantage in the NFC and the number 1 seed. Seattle can win this game. The 49ers could lose easily. But if the 49ers win, they don't travel again this season.
But that's why their coach is the coach of the year. Kyle Shanahan's going to win coach of the year and should.
It's got to be in the conversation. If they win Saturday night, he should
It's all due respect to what Mike Vrabel has done this year in New England, what Ben Johnson has done, Liam Cohen has done in Jacksonville has been awesome. But the way you just laid out who San Francisco has lost this year and where they sit, the fact that they're playing for the 1 seed, and not only the 1 seed, I think it's the hottest offense along with the Rams going into the NFC playoffs. This is an offense that can win you a Super Bowl. It's a defense that can get you beat by anybody, but that offense can win you the Super Bowl. That's the remarkable job that Kyle's done.
They've had better teams in other years, and they'd be the 1 seed this year.
We have that game, by the way, Saturday night. We have Seattle at San Francisco. Winner is the 1 seed. Same scenario that happened a year ago in the NFC with different teams. Actually, Sam Darnold was a part of it last year. He'll be a part of it again this year. How about on the other side? And we'll have time a little later in the hour